I've long been a fan of Air and I love a tote, and this new tote from Air, feature for feature, can go head to head with just about any backpack. Do you have a moment to talk about totes? Hello, I'm Roland from Rushfaster, and at Rushfaster we do guides and walkthroughs bringing you better gear and better ways to carry. Today's video is sponsored by our new US store, rushfaster.com. More on that later in the video. Now, Air says that the City Tote and the Dopkit 3, which I also have over here, are designed for everyday use in the city. The City Tote features a classic silhouette with smart organisation for your daily essentials and tech, and the refreshed Dopkit 3 is now slimmer and features a clever standing design which makes it easier to access all your toiletries. Now, not everyone is accepting of a tote, though I am. I love all bags. But even the most anti-tote among us would have to admit that this tote looks pretty cool. Now, totes are great, and one of the reasons why I love them is that they offer an alternative way to carry things not on your back. And that may suit you for health reasons or for aesthetic reasons, and both of those are valid, so, you do you. But not all totes can claim to be a viable backpack replacement. This one can. So let's take a look at the dimensions. The Air City Tote comes in at 16 by 13.5 by 7 inches or 40 by 34 by 18 centimeters. It's 22 liters in volume, it weighs 1.8 pounds, and it comes in black or heather gray, and it's got a lifetime warranty. The material is 1680D Cordura ballistic nylon, which has been Bluesign approved. We've seen this material before from Air. It's almost become their signature. Obviously, Cordura is quite commonly used in high quality carry goods, but this thick 1680D weave specifically is almost expected from an Air product now. It feels tough and durable, and it instills a sense of confidence in the tote. You don't have to baby this thing. It'll outlast you. The construction matches that material as well. All the stitching is very neat, and there are bar tacks and box stitches reinforcing high stress points. The front, back and bottom of the tote are padded, the zippers are YKK, and the interior lining is soft, but it's still quite thick and strong. The handles are a piece of folded and stitched nylon webbing, which gives them a nice curved shape and some structure. There's no padding here though, so if you are carrying it over a long period of time, pop it over your shoulder. That's a better option than in the hand, though the rounded shape of those handles are quite comfortable in the hand for short periods. And the length of these straps are great too, at least they are for me, at 5'9" and 155 pounds, or that's 175 centimeters and 70 kilos. I can hold it in my hand with my arm fully extended and it doesn't hit the floor, but then there's enough strap room for me to sling it over my shoulder and not look awkward. There's a zippered external quick access pocket. That's a reverse coil number 8 zipper with a chunky Air branded zipper pull. Feels really nice on the fingers. This pocket is about palm deep, and this is where I'm keeping my Orbit key organizer, AirPods Pro in Nomad's Halloween leather case, Jacques Marie Mage sunglasses, and Alpaca's Arc bifold wallet. In the front of that pocket, you'll notice this discreet piece of nylon webbing, and that's your luggage handle pass-through. Now, this tote has 2 external water bottle pockets. There's no stretch to the water bottle pockets though, so you're going to want to make sure that your water bottle fits nice and snug. My 750ml Camelback chute is the perfect size, but these can also be used for an umbrella. Here's my Blunt Metro umbrella, or heck, even the Peak Design travel tripod if you're feeling bold. Now, moving over to the front, we have this big external pocket with a vertical zipper. This is a number 10 zipper, and it's the only zipper to have water-resistant coating. And there's a little pull tab here to help you open and close that zipper. Now, this pocket feels very Air. It reminds me of the Air Fit Pack, but in looks only, and I'll explain why. Having this zipper cut right down the middle of the pocket actually makes it a little bit awkward to get things in and out of. It's quite a big pocket, but the placement of the zipper right down the middle makes it a little bit awkward. You couldn't fit a manila folder, for example, and even my 11-inch iPad Pro is a bit of a struggle to get in and out. Now, I'm not sure what Air intended this pocket to be used for, but I have found it great as a pocket for a jumper or a jacket. It's a bit of a pet peeve of mine when you have a loose garment floating around in the bag, and then to get to everything you have to sort of like struggle with it and move it out of the way. So to have a pocket which is large enough for a jacket but then out of the bag is super handy. Elsewhere on the outside, there are 4 loops for attaching accessories or gear. I've got this little hero clip here as an example, and that's the outside. Let's take a look on the inside. But first, today's video is sponsored by our new US store, rushfaster.com. That's right, we have a store in the US, so if that's where you live, you can now shop through Rushfaster and help support the channel even more. We've got a lot of the gear that you see on the channel up there, and we're adding to it all the time. So if you are in the market for some new gear, consider using rushfaster.com. Okay, so we have this number 8 reverse coil zipper that is actually attached to 2 pieces of fabric which don't go all the way to the ends of the opening. This is obviously going to affect water resistance, but I suppose historically totes don't usually have closings. So look, this will help keep your load in the tote and prevent a bit of weather from getting in, but it's not as secure as something like the Bellroy Tokyo tote, which does have a full zip closure. I suppose one advantage here is that you can have your tote closed and still squeeze your hand in and fish around for something. Now look, I would have preferred a full zip closure. I don't know, maybe it's more expensive to cut and stitch a full zip closure, but to be truthful, which I always am, I haven't actually had any problems. Now inside there is a lot of space. 22 litres is big, and totes often make use of that space very well because the wide opening makes everything so accessible. I've got a few of my favourite pouches in here, as well as the Air DopKit 3, which I'll take you through later, but I have my D-Made stubby for my personal stuff, my Notorious All Good pouch for my tools, and my Bellroy Tech Kit. There's an internal zippered pocket, which is similar in size to the external pocket. In here, I'm keeping a snack, but if you didn't want to have your EDC items on the outside of the bag, they could go in here. It's also good because it's sort of up and out of the way, so whatever goes in there isn't going to get squished by your load. There are two big dump pockets with some elastic. I'm keeping my hat in one of them and my Apple keyboard in another, but they would also fit my pouches if that's how I wanted to organize the bag. Then we have the laptop and tablet sleeves. This area is kept closed with a Velcro tab. The sleeves are both padded. I've got my 11-inch iPad Pro in there, but you could see it could take a larger tablet or even a small laptop. Maybe that's where you put your business papers. And then the main sleeve has soft lining and is raised off the bottom. This is a 14-inch MacBook Pro, but you'll get a 16-incher in there, no worries. Now, let's do the Rush Faster beer capacity test. And no surprises here, it holds a whole case of beer. Not just 24 cans, but the whole case of beer. And that is the Air City tote. Now, I really like it. Air has a few totes. They have a gym tote and the Go Tote 2, but this is their first EDC tote. And it's not only got everything that you'd want in a tote, but everything you'd want in a bag. The capacity is there, the organization is there, you get the two water bottle pockets and the external quick access pockets. I think that a full zip closure and then maybe a detachable shoulder strap just to give you another option to carry would take this to the next level, but as it is, it's very easy to use. I like the sleek look of it. I could even see this working as an overnight bag. It's got a bit of a duffel vibe. I think that all you need to do is throw a few items of clothes and a dot kit and you're all set. Great segue. Let's talk about the dot kit. Let's start by looking at the dimensions. The Air DopKit 3 measures in at 9 by 5 by 2.5 inches or 23 by 12 by 2.5 centimeters. It's 1.8 liters, weighs 0.4 pounds, comes in black, heather grey and olive, and has that Air lifetime warranty. You're going to see the familiar 1680D Cordura ballistic nylon exterior here, as well as YKK zippers, and the construction is the same as the Air tote. It's the same as everything that makes, that is to say, excellent. The interior lining here is water resistant and antimicrobial, so easy to wipe down and good for a bit of germ management. On the outside of the dot kit, there is a number 5 water resistant zippered pocket. And I just think that this is the perfect size for a toothbrush, as well as being good for keeping your toothbrush out of the way of everything else. And on the back here, there's a little grab handle for either hanging up in the bathroom or attaching it to another bag, or just picking it up and moving it around. You can see the base of the dot kit is cut quite wide and flat, so it comfortably stands on its own. And that's a very useful feature for a dot kit because you want it to sit up next to you while you're at the sink or in front of the mirror, so you can just easily grab what you need as you need it. And speaking of grabbing what you need, ripping open the number 8 zipper, the dot opens flat, which is great for access. However, if you do want to only partially open it so it can stand up, you can do that too because there are 2 zippers. On the inside, there's a zippered transparent stretch mesh pocket, a smaller zippered pocket, an open slot, and a few stretch loops. So there's a lot of organization for your toothpaste, deodorant, and whatever else you need to keep yourself feeling fresh and looking pretty. It's a tight little pouch. I really like the size, the shape, and the organization. This is probably best suited as an overnight dot kit or for someone who uses minimal toiletries, like me. Toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, comb, moisturizer, cologne, hair gel, comb, razor, shaving cream, and that's all I need, and it fits in here. Now, I'm not gonna show you my toiletries because that's private and I'm a gentleman, but you get the idea. But this size is great for throwing in a smaller travel bag or a backpack, and it's discreet. No one's gonna know that all your personal items are in here. It just looks like another pouch. So that is what is new from Air, at least for now. They did send me some other stuff which I've got here in the studio, but I'm not allowed to show you just yet, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. But if you are interested in the City Tote or the Dop Kit 3, there are links in the description below, as well as links for everything else that we've featured in this video. And if you do make a purchase using those links, it goes a long way to supporting us at the channel with no extra cost to you, so we appreciate that. And if you haven't already signed up for our email newsletter, then you're missing out, because our free email newsletter goes out every 2 weeks and features all of the latest carry news, deals, and our latest videos, as well as giving you the chance to win a lot of the gear that we feature on this channel all the time, just by being a subscriber. So if that sounds like a good deal to you, then join the thousands of others by signing up at the link in the description below. That's it for this video. My name is Roland from Rushfaster. This has been the Air City Tote and the Air Dop Kit 3. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.